Hello everyone, today we're gonna do a eyebrow tutorial. I've been putting this off for a very long time because I actually wanted to grow my brows out and they have finally grown out. So we will go from the basics to how to shape your eyebrows the way that might fit your face. So we're gonna need a couple of things before we start. First is tweezers. They could be any type, they could be big or small. Eyebrow shaver, is that how you call it? Something that looks like this. A screw brush or a spoolie or whatever you call it, something that looks like this. You could use eyebrow scissors, but I learned how to do my eyebrows at a salon and usually my stylist would trim my eyebrows with regular shears. So I'm just gonna use shears. You don't have to use shears if you're afraid of them. You could just use small eyebrow scissors and your brows. So today we're just gonna start from the very basics. Now let me show you my eyebrows. Alright, now this is how my eyebrows are naturally. What you have to do is you have to really understand your eyebrows. You could have thick eyebrows, you could have a lot in the front, and then you could have very little in the back. You know, like you really have to understand what kind of eyebrows you have and what kind of shape you want. The basics of eyebrow shaping is you take any long straight object. I'm just going to use the handle of this brush. You put that straight object or whatever brush right next to your nose and let it just go straight up towards the upper part of your eye, and this is where your eyebrow head should be. Now luckily enough, my eyebrows just start from where they're supposed to start, so I don't have to trim anything. Like right here is where your eyebrow is supposed to start, and then your little arch, just go around the lips and then right past the iris, and then boom, right here. This is where the arch should be. Last but not least, the tip of your eyebrow should normally be from the end of your nose, past right here at the end of your eye, and somewhere around here, like right here. Now that's the 101s, but everyone has a different face and everyone has different eyebrows, so I don't think everyone should just try to follow that rule. I think you should adjust your eyebrow to what actually fits your feature. If you're like me and you don't have that much of a prominent nose and your forehead and your nose is pretty much at the same level and this part is flat, then you might want to draw in a little bit of your eyebrows, so this way you could bring in the definition right here and kind of accentuate your nose, so this way you could have a balance right here on your face. If you have really strong brow bone right here and you have strong cheekbones, you don't want your eyebrows too close to your nose. You want to spread it out a little bit more, so this way you don't look too strong. Now the first step of shaping your eyebrows is actually brushing them. So I'm just going to use this screw brush. Kind of looks like a mascara wand, but it's a screw brush or a spoolie. And I'm just going to brush my brows in the same direction. Alright, next step is determining how you want your brows to be shaped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shape more on the upper side, so this way I could have a lower brow, and I'm just going to try to go for pretty much straight line. This is going to be used to eliminate all the brows that I'm not going to need, so I'm just going to shape it right here and try to go against the direction of the brow, so this way you could get it really nice and clean. And right here too. This part I'm never gonna need. And on the upper part too, because I don't need all that. Try to brush against your brows, so this way you know which ones are the long ones. It's a really crucial step that a lot of people omit, but you really have to maintain your brows at a short length because our face isn't just flat, it's kind of dimensional. So when people look at you from the side or so, if you have long brows, they're just gonna stick out like eyelashes, and it's not gonna be a pretty sight. So you could use brow scissors. I'm just gonna use my shears because I'm really used to that. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna just try to like trim overly long brows. Try to brush your brows because we really have to know how much brows we have left and what we're going to do with them. Now with your tweezers, what you want to do is now you want to pluck out any brows that are in the way of the shape you want. Now the reason why we trim the brows before we tweeze is if your brows are long and you pluck one out, it might look like the brows here, but the brow root might be here, and if you pluck it out, there might be an empty hole or so. So it's always really important to keep your brows all short and nice. Always check, and especially the end, if the brows at the end are long, they get really droopy and it just looks really weird. You don't want long brows hanging out. And then right here too, and just try to see if they match each other. Don't just concentrate on one brow and get really sucked into it, and then later on look at yourself and be like, oh my god, these don't even match. Just always look at one brow and then kind of pull back and try to look at them and see if they look good on your face or if they're symmetrical or whatnot, and just try to match them so this way it doesn't look so weird. Now the problem with my brows is they tend to fade out towards the end, if you guys have noticed, and the front part is okay. So when I draw my brows, I usually use a color that's similar to my brow color. This is a charcoal color, and I use a brow brush, which is basically an angled brush like this, and I just dip it in the shadow. And what I do is I start from the back part, just try to fill in the gap with the shadow. I don't know if you guys could see. And then with the bristles going against my brows, I just try to bring down the color, and this way it won't look so artificial because you're going against your brow shape and the colors could just naturally fade into your brows. You don't have to use a shadow and a brow brush. If you like using a pencil or if you like using other stuff, it's totally okay. This is just my method because I prefer natural looking brows other than like strong prominent brows because I don't know, I just think strong brows actually make my face look a little bit less feminine, so I just prefer natural looking lashes. I hope this video helped. I just wanted to put it out there that there's actually some ways to kind of measure how your eyebrow should be, and it's more like makeup. Just always try to make it fit your face and just know what's best for you. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.